Have you ever heard a bird's cry that sounds like a heart calling out in pain? That haunting sound, full of emotion, is what Kazi Nazrul Islam captures so beautifully in his poem, The Hawk Cuckoo from the Woods. Kazi Nazrul Islam, known as the rebel poet of Bengal, wasn't just a freedom fighter, he was a poet of deep emotion. He wrote about love, sorrow, and the human soul, and in this poem, he listens to the call of a bird and finds his own heart within it. This is a poem where nature and emotion become one. Let, let's explore it stanza by stanza. I shall read the stanza first and then give you the explanation. Stanza 1. From the dark woods comes the call of the hawk cuckoo, a cry that pierces the heart echoing through the lonely afternoon. Let me explain. Here, the poet paints a scene filled with stillness, a quiet forest bathed in golden light, when suddenly a sound breaks the silence. It is the cry of the hawk cuckoo, so full of sorrow that it touches something deep inside. The poet feels that the forest and his heart are the same, both filled with silence, both echoing with pain. This opening is not just a description, it's a feeling. Nazrul lets us hear loneliness through the voice of the bird. Stanza 2. The wind sighs through the trees, the forest shivers with sound, like a grieving soul that wanders, searching for a lost companion. Now, in this paragraph, the forest itself seems alive. The wind sighs and the trees shiver. These are human feelings given to nature. The poet imagines that even the forest is grieving, as if it too has lost someone it loved. This is where Nazrul's genius shines. He doesn't separate human emotion from nature. He shows us that the sadness we feel also lives inside the rustle of the leaves and the sigh of the wind. Every part of nature in this poem has a soul, and that soul feels pain just like we do. Stanza 3. The call rises again, wild, restless, full of longing, like a human heart that can't forget crying for love in vain. In the final stanza, the hawk cuckoo's cry becomes stronger, more desperate, more emotional. It's no longer just a bird's sound, it becomes the voice of the human heart. Nazrul compares it to someone who cannot forget, someone who still remembers love. Even though that love may never return, the phrase crying for love in vain tells us that sometimes love doesn't end with peace. It stays in memory, in longing, and in pain. Through the cry of this bird, Nazrul expresses something universal, that love and sorrow are deeply connected and that both are part of being human. Let me conclude, children. Through this poem, The Hawk Cuckoo from the Woods, Kazi Nazrul Islam reminds us that nature speaks our language, the language of the heart. Every sound, every sigh, every rustle of leaves can reflect the emotions we carry within. And sometimes, even a bird's lonely cry can become a song of love, loss, and beauty. If this poem touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel Enlighten with Saba for more lessons that bring literature to life. Thank you for watching.